Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, the tug-of-war on the House speakership continues. Allies of Marinduque Representative Lord Allan Velasco elect him as the new speaker. But Alan Peter Cayetano rejects the move, calling Velasco's election fake and illegal. So who will prevail in the speakership race, and how will this impact the passage of the 2021 national budget? Marinduque Representative Lord Allan Velasco joins us live. It appears the Philippine House of Representatives now has two speakers, Alan Peter Cayetano and Lord Allan Velasco. In a show of force, Velasco supporters met on Monday at a Quezon City clubhouse, declared the position of speaker vacant, and elected him to the post. They insist the session is legal and Velasco's election is valid. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have House Speaker and Marinduque Representative Lord Allan Velasco. Sir, thank you so much for your time and good morning to you.
Thank you, Ms. Pinky, and good morning to you also.
Right now, I do have to say this, sir. There appears to be two speakers at the House of Representatives. Who is the rightful speaker?
It seems that it appears to be there's two speakers, Ms. Pinky, but after the will of the majority has spoken yesterday, of the speaker yesterday. So, as for former Speaker Cayetano, I think and I believe since Congress is always ruled by the majority, then definitely the proceedings that happened yesterday were valid and legal. So right now you're talking to the existing and the present speaker.
You just called him the former speaker. There were a number of concerns, but let me just bring out one. This is coming from Congressman Ed Selagman. He actually pointed out Congress was not in session when you were elected as speaker yesterday, therefore making your election invalid. How do you defend that?
Yes, as you would note, Ms. Pinky, that the Congress was actually suspended last week, and the session yesterday, we opened it by the will of the majority. So there were already valid proceedings yesterday.
I'd like to bring out this something in the Constitution, sir, just very quickly. It's Section 16 of Article 5 of the Constitution that says, neither house during the sessions of the Congress shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn for more than 3 days, nor to any other place than that in which the two houses shall be sitting. That was a part of the Constitution that Congressman Ed Selagman had actually noted. Kailangan may consent ng House if it is a delay of more than, the consent of the Senate rather, if there was a delay of more than 3 days. Papaano po yun? You know why I asked you this, sir? Because this was also the same provision you used when Alan Peter Cayetano had suspended the session last Tuesday, until November, sir.
Yes, specifically, Ms. Pinky, if you look at the venue of the place first, there was already a jurisprudence that was written about that. So Congress, if it decides, it can hold its session anywhere. There are a lot of legal experts that have already given their opinion that Congress can actually hold their sessions to where they desire. Because Congress has its own rules, it can actually amend it through the will of the majority. So what the suspension that Speaker Cayetano did last week was actually to suspend the session from October, from last week till November, based on the Constitution. His suspension of the proceedings actually, to my mind is already an adjournment, and it says there that Congress cannot adjourn for more than 3 days without the Senate. So definitely, right now we are still in suspension, and we just opened the proceedings of the House yesterday.
Mhm. I will have to, I hope you don't mind, call you Speaker and Alan Peter Cayetano as Speaker as well. To you, to you, calling him the former Speaker,
Yes.
he calls what happened yesterday a fake session. Hindi daw Kongreso ang Celebrity Sports Plaza. At sinabi din po niya, Speaker Velasco, na binaboy ang Kongreso. What do you say to that?
I think he's forgetting that he also opened session in Batangas when the Mount Taal or the Taal volcano erupted. So I think he already created the precedent that Congress can actually hold sessions even outside the plenary.
Please help us understand the numbers, sir. Yesterday, you had 186. Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano said he had
Mhm.
205 votes. If I were to total that, that would be about 391. You have a House of Representatives that consists of 299 members. Papaano ho kaya nangyari yung ganong klaseng suporta sa'yo at kay Cayetano, sir? Please explain that to us.
No, that's why Ms. Pinky, I was asking former Speaker Cayetano to get the majority of all the congressmen. Some of the congressmen have actually talked to me, and they were actually contesting why their name is in that 205 manifesto of former Speaker Cayetano. They said that the e-signatures, because I think former Speaker Cayetano was using e-signatures of congressmen, that the e-signature was given for a specific purpose and not for that manifesto that he is showing right now.
Mm-hmm. So they were made to believe that it was for something else, and yet that their e-signatures were placed on that particular manifesto of support for Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano, sir. Parang naloko ho ba sila? Ganun ho ba yung sinasabi ng mga congressman sa'yo?
That's actually where they were going to, Ms. Pinky, but the e-signatures that were given former Speaker Cayetano was for a different purpose that was given to the former speaker before. And they were saying that they just reused the e-signatures without their authority.
Mm-hmm. Basically without their consent.
Yes, basically without their consent.
Tell us now, how many congressmen do you have on your side? Yesterday, it was 186. Dumami na ho ba yan ngayong araw?
As of today, 6.
Speaker, I'm gonna ask you again the question. Pasensya na po, hindi ko po kayo narinig. Ilan na ho ang sumusuporta sa inyo ngayon?
Sorry. Like what I said, I have to check the numbers, but I believe and I know that the numbers are still 186.
All right. It's still 186 right now. That's what I heard you say. Let me go then to what will happen in today's session. Sir, you have your supporters again gathering at Celebrity Sports. Why are they there? And what is the plan for today's session?
No, we're just trying to talk about the things that are going to happen in session later in the afternoon. And we're just trying to deal with everything that's happening because we are trying to show a one Congress, a united Congress. So that's why we're gathering this morning.
But you have no plans, or do you have any plans to actually conduct sessions there at Celebrity Sports?
No plans of conducting any session here in Celebrity today.
Would it be right to say that they are there and that posible pong sabay-sabay kayong pupunta sa Kongreso mamaya?
That may be a possibility, Ms. Pinky.
Sir, are you at all concerned na baka po may posibilidad na hindi kayo papasukin sa batasan, sir?
That may also be a possibility, but let's see what will happen later, Ms. Pinky.
Okay, but we need to find out what your options are. Speaker, we need to take a very short break. We will be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our guest today, Speaker and Marinduque Representative Lord Allan Velasco. So, Speaker, the more important question right now is there is a special session at 3 p.m. today. What time are you going to Batasan together with your supporters or allies?
We are just about to this majority of the congressmen.
Pasensya na po, nawala po kayo. Speaker, could you repeat that again? What time are you planning to go to Batasan?
Can you hear me, Ms. Pinky? Sorry.
Opo, opo.
That's actually
Pasensya
what
na po,
we're supposed
our
to
audio is not so
decide
good.
on, because I always follow the will of the majority.
But sir, what kind of scenario are you looking at in today's session? Who will preside as speaker? Okay, we're losing our connection with Marinduque Representative Lord Allan Velasco, of course, elected speaker yesterday by 186 congressmen. Again, it's important to find out what's going to happen later during the session at 3 p.m. This, of course, called by President Rodrigo Duterte to be able to pass the budget. We'll be taking a very short break. We'll be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our guest today, Speaker and Marinduque Representative Lord Allan Velasco. So, Speaker, ano ho ang mangyayari mamaya? Kayo ho ba? Sino ang magpe-preside sa session, sa special session today?
I'm still discussing that with the majority of the congressmen this morning, but definitely we will preside over the session later.
How so? How do you intend to do this?
That's something that we will have to see later, Ms. Pinky.
Opo. Pero papaano niyo hinahanda ang sarili niyo dahil dalawang kampo po are declaring that they're speakers? What kind of scenario are you looking at?
Yes. Scenario that they would be padlocking the halls of Congress. So we'll decide when we get there, because I still don't know the situation there in Congress right now.
Pero, Speaker, I'm sure you have your option A and option B. Ano po?
Kinda, yeah.
Sakaling, Speaker, ipadlock yon. Dahil, let's look at what's happened. These are facts. What's happened in the past. There are only so many warm bodies allowed sa plenary. If I'm not mistaken, it's about 25. I could be wrong, sir. If you have your supporters there at Celebrity Sports, sakali ho, I'm assuming, sir, posibleng sabay-sabay ho kayo pumasok sa Congress at hindi ho kayo papasukin. What could be your alternative?
Well, at the end of the day, like what I said, the will of the majority always decides, even for the place or the venue where we hold sessions. So if you cannot be able to go in the plenary, we'll just choose another venue for the said proceedings and session later.
Okay, that's an option, sir. Ano po, just like what happened yesterday sa Celebrity Sports. You can possibly hold the session
Yes.
sa Celebrity Sports. I wanna picture, sir, or imagine what this could be like. Just like yesterday, sir, you were elected as speaker. We carried that live, sir,
Mhm.
and then Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano was also live on Facebook. Dalawa po kayong nagsasabi na kayong dalawa yung speaker. Is that scenario very likely to happen again today? Dalawa namang session sa dalawang magkaibang locations.
Ms. Pinky, I think if I can correct you, it wasn't me that said that I was already the Speaker of the House. It was the majority of the congressmen that voted for me that installed me as the new Speaker of the House.
Okay, that's right, sir. Let me correct that then. It was 186 congressmen who elected you as speaker, where you also took your oath. So that could be one scenario. Pinaghahandaan nyo na po yan. Pagkatapos po nun, sabihin lang po natin, hindi kayo papasukin and you have another venue. What will happen dito sa session ninyo sakaling hindi kayo makapasok sa batasan? You will discuss the budget.
Sorry, Ms. Pinky, I didn't catch the last part.
So sakali pong magkaroon kayo ng sariling session, for example, sir, you have your own session, you will what? Discuss the budget immediately.
Yes, because that's the wishes of the president, and that's the reason why he issued a proclamation, a presidential proclamation, that we resume hearing the budget from October 13 to October 16.
Some are asking, Speaker, nagkaroon po kasi ng pahayag si Majority Congressman Martin Romualdez, and said that let's finish this budget until Friday and then there will be a turnover. Ito ho bang mga ganitong pahayag? Do you not believe that this will actually happen? Hence, that's why you were elected as speaker yesterday.
Well, actually, Pinky, if you look at the presidential proclamation, I'll go back to that again. If you look at the presidential proclamation, it was scheduled on a Tuesday to Friday. So the Monday being being Monday, it wasn't stated in the said presidential proclamation. So we saw this window wherein we can actually finish the issue on the speakership. That's why we already called a session yesterday. So we finished it. So that today we can just discuss the budget as based on the wishes of the president, and we will finish the budget on time this Friday.
Opo. And frankly, I guess ang tinutumbok ko po, Speaker, hindi ho ba kayo naniniwala na once the budget is passed, there will be a smooth transition from APC to Lord Allan Velasco? Did you not believe that that was a possibility?
I think, Ms. Pinky, Peter has already denied the Lord 3 times, so I don't think that's a possibility this Friday.
All right. I want to ask you, though, you being speaker, who is going to be your majority floor leader, sir? Meron na ho ba kayong choices at yung mga deputy speaker, paano hong mangyayari doon?
Just like what the term sharing agreement said, Ms. Pinky, my majority leader would still be Martin Romualdez.
You're not going to change that?
No, because that was part of the agreement, and I stand by my word.
Okay. Speaker, sakaling makapasok ho kayo sa Congress, in case you are allowed to enter, is it necessary, you think, that there will be a declaration of the speakership as vacant and do a nominal vote again? In one way or another, to validate your election as speaker? Is that necessary?
I don't think that's necessary anymore, Ms. Pinky, because as what I've said, we held a valid session. We held valid proceedings yesterday that installed me as Speaker of the House. So if former Speaker Cayetano would want to try to get the speakership again, then he should move to declare the seat vacant.
Siya na po, hindi kayo. It should be APC that the supporters of Alan Peter Cayetano to declare the seat vacant. It's not up to you or your supporters anymore.
No, because as far as we're concerned, we've already finished the issue of the on the speakership yesterday, and they have already installed me as the new speaker of the House.
And during your speech, ang sinabi niyo po, this comes at the most difficult time, but you're very well aware of it. So many complications happen. But till today, sir, is it still difficult? Are there still a lot of complications?
Well, mainly because the other camp doesn't want to budge, so there's still a lot of complications. At the end of the day, Ms. Pinky, we were saying that there wouldn't even have any complications if you just agreed and abide with the term sharing agreement.
Which the PDP keeps repeating, sir, 3 words: honor the agreement. Okay, Speaker, what kind of speaker will you be? I know that there is, of course, this objective to unite the House. How can you do this?
Well, one, because like what I've said, power in the House in the past few months were only committed to a few people. I don't believe in that. We are all equals in Congress. So I would want a leadership that would be shared by all, because I believe that all of the congressmen are all professionals, and I'm sure that we would all want to work hard. So you won't see a speaker that's somewhat like a tyrant, but a speaker that would share his power with everyone.
Is Alan Peter Cayetano, sir, a tyrant?
I didn't say that.
Okay, all right, but you do not want to be such. I have one more question that I really wanted to ask you, sir. Congressman Teves had questioned, that's why isa ho ito sa naging problema sa House, ano po, yung budget of Taguig and CAMSUR, which amounts to 8 billion and 11 billion. I just want to know, sir, under your leadership, is this something you're going to scrutinize?
Yes, definitely. I would want each and every districts to have fair allocations.
All right. Sir, we want to thank you so much for your time, Speaker Lord Allan Velasco. And of course, we will continue to monitor what will happen in today's session, sir. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Maraming salamat, Ms. Pinky.
And thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.